What is up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Let me turn off the AC so you can hear me better. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you guys are doing great. It's been a awesome adventure. You know, there's been the highs and lows in this adventure that we went on, but it's been mind-boggling to be able to experience Yellowstone, the buffalo, I think I saw just a little bit of a grizzly bear and some elk. That was really cool, and it was just a lot of fun, you know. But it was a long day of driving. We did the whole loop, and I collected some really cool coins along the way. This is the guys are Old Faithful. Went to go see Old Faithful. That was really cool. I haven't uploaded a lot of content yet. I haven't made a lot of videos, but this was for the 250th anniversary, 1776 to 2026. So I got the Yellowstone coin. All right. You guys know me. I love gold. I love coins. I love crypto. Look at that one. Mount Rushmore, baby. We got the faces on the head, or on the mountains there. Oop, better slow down. You gotta still drive and talk at the same time. Got a nice red Corvette in front of me. It's pretty sweet. Yeah. So that was really fun. I had a good time. It's been a little difficult with Gemma at times. Mount Rushmore, she was having a temper tantrum. She was not enjoying it. I think we woke her up mid-nap, so that could have been the reason why. She's like, I'd rather sleep than be here. But the thing is, with Mount Rushmore, it's, you know, it's a place where you show up, you see it, you're like, wow, that's really cool. Dang, I can't believe they did this, and how long it took, and there's guys up there working on it, maintaining Mount Rushmore, and you're like, okay, take a picture, time to go. You know, so it's like one of those monuments that are just like, okay, I just wanted my coin. I take a picture, give me my coin, and let's roll. So Yellowstone was a lot different. It was more majestic. It was so cool, guys. Like, I would suggest everyone, if you have the chance, travel the US if you can financially support it and fuel it. If it's not now, do it later, but try to do it as soon as possible because you won't regret it. It's a good time. It's a lot of driving. We did the whole loop, so it took us like 4 hours. It was like an all-day like trip. It was like 4 hours of actually driving. Probably more, I forget. But a lot of driving. Really cool. Like right when you go in there, it's like one road in, one road out. But there's different routes you can take. So I guess that don't make sense. But there's just a 2-lane road, but it's pretty narrow. And we rolled up to this, you know, the elk, right when you get in the entrance. And then we went to the pool, basically that looks like a rainbow, and it was so crazy because it's 250th years in America, right? Anniversary, and it was red, white, and blue at the pool. It was really cool. I forget what it's called, but then we went to Old Faithful. We literally roll up there, we get Jim out of the truck, and it's going off. Like within minutes of us just getting there. And Jazzy had the schedule, but I was, you know, we're taking our time. So we literally have to wait 2 hours for the next explosion, I should say. And either way, it was really cool. We had some fun. We got some coffee. I got my coin and took a video of it. Awesome. That was great. Bunch of people were waiting for this for hours, and on to the next spot, you know. So then we go get in our truck, We go to these other spots. It's beautiful out there, guys. Absolutely stunning. Deer right on the road. There's elk. We saw a grizzly bear. We were rolling up behind some bison and some buffalo, and they were just walking on the road, just chilling. Like, this is my land. What are you doing here? Like, I own this. And the other day, I think someone just got messed up. Like, an older guy was being chased by a buffalo in Yellowstone. Like, you got to be really careful getting out of your car, because they're fast, number one, and they're strong as hell and scary as hell. So if you do go to Yellowstone, do not get out of your vehicle. There's just so many incidents happening, and they'll come up to your truck or car and, you know, mess your shit up. So you got to be really careful. But other than that, the trip has been, you know, there's the ups and downs of traveling. You know, there's the, you know, right when we started our trip, an hour and a half in, we get into Vegas and our camper tire blows out, driver's side, back wheel. I'm like, the funny thing is, me and Jazzy were just talking about that. When I was doing cross country before, my tire blew out, and I didn't know about it. Someone had to tell me that my tire was out, because I can't feel the difference. I didn't hear it. I didn't see it. It's kind of hard to see the wheels, you know, but this one was really obvious. It about exploded. You heard it. But the other one, like, blew out, took out all of our wiring for the slide out and stuff into the breaker box, and how to get an emergency fixed and all that, and it was just a mess. But the funny thing is, when our tire blew out, I was talking about that story, and I don't know if it was just like a coincidence or like God was saying something, the universe was saying something to me, but it was kind of hell there for a while. Like, you got to go through hell to get to the rainbow, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like how our journey's been. It's like all these bad things were happening to us and we didn't know why. The trip was not going good. It was absolutely a nightmare. You know, an hour and a half in, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a tire. Wait, I think I should just get 4 new tires and not mess with it, because I'd rather, you know, have 4 new or 5 new ones, because you got to get the spare too. Might as well get these all new tires, and we're good. We got the new tires. It took like 3-4 hours, probably, maybe longer. And then we go on our trip. We're headed to Salt Lake City. And on the way there, we're going down kind of like this mountain pass, and really steep, like 8% or 9% decline. And I got my trailer brakes on. I don't think I have it up that much, and I'm putting on the brake, and my steering wheel is absolutely out of control, like shaking uncontrollably. It's kind of a funny motion, sorry. It's shaking uncontrollably, and I'm like, oh my God, something's wrong with my truck. Like, my tire rods or my tires or the tread is, I knew the tread was bad, not like real bad, but kind of bad. And so I got to start finishing up. I got my exit coming up here soon, but yeah, so I get into Salt Lake City and I get my truck service. I'm like, put 4 new tires on here. So now I got 5 new tires on the trailer, 4 new tires on my truck. And if you guys know anything about trucks and all-terrain tires, they're not cheap. All right, so thousands of dollars have already been spent on trailer tires, truck tires, and then I find out my tire rods are bad and some other BS. So I'm like, I'm not having it. I'm like, I'm about to go back home. Like, this trip's about done. Like, I'm already in the hole, like $4,000, you know, or probably not that much, but it's probably like close to 25. No, I forget. I don't even know. It's thousands of dollars, but I'm about over it. Jazzy's about over it. And so this is how the trip's been going. And it's been absolutely just a nightmare. You know, it's fun when you get on the road. You're like, this is really cool. Like, we're doing it and it's fun. We're going to go see the U.S., you know. And keep in mind, I had no idea it was 250th anniversary for the U.S. Like, I'm oblivious, you know. So I'm just having some fun on the road. We're doing our, you know, singing our songs, windows down, you know, woo! And this shit happens. And then Salt Lake City happens. And we got to stay there a few days longer. Then we start driving up again. And my camper falls off. And then there's things going wrong with the camper. And just one thing after the next with the camper. Then the jack goes out. So I can't put it down. I can lift it up, but I can't put it down. Electric jack is going out. What else? Like, there's so many things that went wrong. Oh wait, I hit a guy's fucking Jeep. His mirror. I took off his fucking mirror because of the swing on the camper. This lady got me to follow her, and it's like she's new, and Jazzy's in the office. She's like, yeah, check her in. Like, they're kind of rushing us. I'm like, why is she rushing us? Like, Jazzy's my spotter, and I don't need this girl like telling me what to do, you know what I mean? And she's like, just follow me, because I guess there's one road in, one road out of the campground. So I'm like, okay. So I follow her, and this is in when we're gonna go to Yellowstone, actually. So this is previous to after Salt Lake. Yeah, so we're on the right track in Montana. Yeah, so when we get out to Montana, and I think it's Wyoming or Montana, we get to Yellowstone, and we're just riding into our campground. This lady tells me to follow her, and when I get in there, there's this swing in the back of the camper. Like, you can't just get real close and think you're gonna make this turn. You gotta like know the swing, and you gotta round your turns, and you gotta really widen your turns, you know. And if you ever driven a trailer or a camper, you'll know. But I tell this girl, I stop mid-track as she's like telling me to pull forward, and I'm like, I'm gonna hit this Jeep. She's like, no, you're good. She even checked. She went behind there. No, you're good. I'm like, okay. I know I'm gonna hit this fucking Jeep, right? So I'm liable. I start turning, and I just hear like a big crunch. I'm like, what in the world? No, I did not just fuck up this guy's Jeep. I mean, it's a Rubicon, it's nice, it's bright yellow, perfectly waxed. Like, this guy came out storming. What in the fucking, what the heck were you doing? He wasn't really yelling that loud or nothing. He was pissed off though, you know, so he's losing it. I'm like, sir, I am so sorry. I told her I was gonna hit it, and she told me to go. She's my spotter. She's kind of liable, right? The company's liable. The campground's liable. This guy is like furious at me because I'm the driver, which I get it. I'm the driver. I need to know, you know, and I knew I was going to hit it, and I still went for it. I'm still liable too. You know, we're both kind of liable. But she's my spotter, right? Back me up on this, guys. So after that, I tell this guy I'll pay for the damages. If I would have went even further, I would have fucking wrecked this guy's Jeep, and his whole trip to Alaska would have been ruined. That's where they're headed, from Montana or Wyoming, Montana to Alaska with their Airstream buddies. And he's this big like review guy, and he has a huge following and stuff. And he comes back to me, realizes his wife is bitching out the lady that basically was spotting me, and says, you guys need to do something, because I paid him $300 for the damage right away as we get into this damn campground, dude. So I'm losing it. We're about to leave at this point. I'm like, I give up. Like, I'm so over this trip. Fuck this. I'm done. And so absolutely crazy experience, guys. It's been crazy. You just gotta laugh, you know? It's just one of those things that you can't get pissed off anymore. You're past pissed off. You're just laughing at this point. You're like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I fucking don't know. Who knows? So anyways, this lady, his wife is basically bitching out this girl and saying, I think I needed to turn there. Yep, probably. I gotta finish my story though. I'm getting lost, guys. So she's bitching her out, and you guys need to do something. You're liable. You were spotting him. It was your eyes. You know, he can't see behind him. You know, he uses his wife. And I was explaining to them, like, listen, this would have never happened if Jazzy was with me, spotting me. But they were rushing me, and she decided to spot me. So she's liable. Like, I need to get something in return here. I didn't really care. I already paid the guy. He's okay. He got it fixed. We're good to go. They're like, nah, fuck that. Like, we're going to give them a horrible review. And, you know, I got a big following, and, you know, whatever. You know, they're Airstream buddies. And, or like this Airstream, I don't know, big group, I guess. So, they're going to get a bad review from me if they don't take care of you guys and get your money back or something. So I'm like, dude, I don't really care, honestly. The manager of the place comes out to me and says, hey, I realize that we're in the wrong, and I'm sorry. I apologize. And she's new. We're gonna do some training on swings, because there's like an 8-foot swing, 8 foot. You know, I think it's more like 4 to 5 feet. Right? I think he said like 8-foot swing on campers when you're turning. And we're gonna train them on this. We're sorry. We want to give you guys $100 credit to the store. You guys can, you know, get whatever you want on us. I'm like, I filled up my propane tank. I got ice. We got a shirt. You know, we got some snacks. And we're having a dolly old time, guys. We're having, you know, like, oh shit, okay, whatever. But I'm still down $200 at this point. I'm like, whatever. And they said, well, we'll give you guys 2-night stays. I'm like, okay, well, shit, this is a really expensive place. We're just there for 2 nights, you know. It's like a few $100s a night, I think. So I'm like, okay, that could settle me up. But we're already over it, you know. We want to go. We got things to do. And we're getting back on the road. So that shit happened. And just one thing after the next, guys. It's just been absolutely crazy. But, you know, you got to think about it like life. You know, you're going to go through hurricanes. You're going to go through bad experiences. It's just part of life. It's just all how you react to it, you know. So that's kind of like the moral of the story here is, you know, you're going to run into uncertainties and things that are going to go wrong. And people, places, and things are going to happen to you. And you just got to go with the punches. It's out of your control. You cannot, like, feed into it. Because if you feed into it, you're fueling it, right? You got to try to diffuse it and do your best not to get upset and mad and frustrated. And then you start bitching with your spouse or your partner or your family or friends or whatever. And it really gets to you, you know? So you can't beat yourself up, guys. Life's going to happen. And you just got to go with it. So that's the moral of the story. Hope you guys got something out of this. It's a pretty funny story if you ask me. But yeah, other than that, hope you guys are doing great. Hope you enjoyed my story time. I'm going to go work out now, get some work done. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed week. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next video. Cheers.